Good afternoon, everyone. This is Osaf Masood at the Women's Leadership Forum at Open at the Computer History Museum in Mountain View, California. I have with me today one of the renowned figures of Pakistan, Momina the Red. Let's see what she has to say about Open and us and about her work that she do. Welcome, Momina. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you so much for having me here. I think Open is a wonderful platform. It is unique in its way, and specifically the discussion that we were in today. Generally, what I've attended before, the different sessions that I have attended before are about like how to be an entrepreneur and how to be successful in all. But what was different about Open was that it is all about going after your passion. To me, that's a very scary kind of a thing, a line, to go after your passion, because sometimes we don't even know what our passion is.
That's true.
So it is okay not to know what your passion is, but you need to know when it comes and you should not miss it. That's the key. And then how to balance it with whatever other responsibilities you have. Like I'm a mother of 5. So, and I have so many responsibilities at home also. So sometimes that balance between your passion and your home becomes very difficult, and that is the thing that you need to learn. And that is only when you can kind of go after your passion.
So, what would be your recommendation on getting that balance quickly?
See, I would say there is no hard and fast rule for that. I think a mother will always have her guilt trips. But like they say, every successful woman has a man behind her. Actually, in many ways, that's true. Your spouse has to be supportive. And at least for us, the women in the East, I would say that spousal support in such matters is really important. And I am blessed with a husband who is fully supportive. That way you can handle the pressure because you know that your family is behind you. But even then, a mother will always have her guilt trips. Sometimes a child would be sick and you would want to go to a meeting, and that's where the balance is there. Like my friends, they call me a super mom. You have 5 kids and you're doing so much work, and I smile at them and I look at them and I know that they don't know what they're saying, because there are so many things that you have to go through while being that super mom, and the balance is the key to that. So how I had my balance. I have a very, very different structure of organization. Like in the initial days when I used to work, a kid would come in, my kid, in the office, and I would be in a meeting with a multinational client, and my mother-in-law and my husband would say, "What are you doing? It's a corporate meeting," and I used to tell them that this is how I work. People who want to work with me, they need to know that I have 5 kids and they can have needs and they can barge in a room if it's an emergency. So in my office, my kids know that if they need me, they can come, they can talk to me, even if I'm sitting with Lever Brothers, P&G, doesn't really matter. And the clients that I work with, they also know how I work. Then 7 o'clock is my cutoff time. Between 7 and 9, the world can turn over and I don't do anything else other than my kids. 7 to 9 is for my kids, and the weekends are for my kids. Like the Red and I, even if we have to go to social commitments, it's always after 9 once the kids are sleeping. We never have a commitment before that. We both of us know that we have to be back, and we keep a strict check on each other.
Right.
Because sometimes you can just in that flow forget that you have a home and a family also that you take care of. So that is how the balance is there.
That's a very wonderful approach, though. I haven't seen such approach and such a strict approach towards family and work-life balance. I would say that's one of the most wonderful things I've heard so far, and I think that's the key to the success, I guess. And tell us something about what exactly do you do? I mean, what are the roles that you play at your company, and what's your title?
Basically, the people know me as a television producer, and the producer is normally connected with the person who's investing the money, but I am not that kind of producer. I'm the creative head of the company also. So basically, what I do is I make that plate for a project which has all the ingredients in it. So those ingredients I put on a plate, and then that plate has to be executed.
That's wonderful.
So it's that. So I'm involved from the concept stage. I know the script before my director does, and I edit my own scripts. And why I need to know the script before even the director comes on board is because I need to know what kind of a director would do it the best way. So, in order to make a product well, you need to know the product like your own child.
That's true.
Every time I make a new serial, it's like a new baby for me. And you see the baby, the concept, and then it starts growing, and then it becomes successful or not successful, and then you learn from your mistakes and you learn from the successes also. So it's like that. So it's that adrenaline always,
You have some amazing answers, though. That's truly a practical answer, right? Somebody who has been through it, they have learned over time, and it looks like really, really practical answer. So where did you learn all this, like, apart from experiences? Was it your management degree that taught you?
I think so. I think everything must have been a part in it. Like, I was an avid reader as a child, so I think that is helping me a lot, because I have no shame in saying that I have read like the Khawateen digests and the Kiran digest and Razia Bhatt, everything that my mother had in her closet, everything that my grandmother had in her closet. And then, I've even read Ibn Safi, and I've read like all kinds of stuff, the good stuff also. I've done the classics also, and like that side also. But anything that I had my hands on, and that reading is helping me today. And for that, it's my father, because he inculcated. Like, my father was that rebel kind of a man in NWFP who thought that it's very important for the daughters to go and to be free and to find themselves. And people thought he's crazy because they're going to get married, and why is he putting so much effort for his daughters? Like, my only brother always used to feel that like this what am I getting out of being the only son, because all the attention is towards the daughters. So I think it was my father and my mother. My mother was a teacher, so academically she used to teach biology, chemistry and physics. So academically she was very strong, and she was on her toes all the time that the kids need to excel academically. And my father was the creative side of us. He would let us explore and let us. So that is helping. And then I think my mother-in-law has a tremendous part in whatever I am today. It's a very different kind of a relationship that I have with my mother-in-law.
Yeah, with mother-in-law especially, right?
Yeah, because she is more of a friend to me than a mother-in-law. And I think that after my marriage, I didn't know anybody in Karachi when I got married to Durraiz. It was a love marriage, and I saw Karachi for the first time and that was with Durraiz. So with my mother-in-law, I can say that in these 14 years of my marriage, if I have made like one best friend in that town, it's my mother-in-law.
That's an amazing story once again. I mean, I think that is what you guys are trying to promote through your serials as well, that mother-in-laws are not always bad as some other operas,
Or even if the mother-in-laws are bad, they should not be.
They should not be, exactly. That's a big message for them. So, I mean, that's a lot about work. So tell us something about what do you do to entertain yourself or keep yourself and your family entertained? What is it?
Speaking, my entertainment is my kids.
Okay.
When I come back home, it's for my kids. And I enjoy nothing more than being with my kids. A kid, like, and I have 5 kids, so I have a 3-year-old and I have a 13-year-old, so they have different kinds of needs also. And I think a kid can bring that smile on your face.
That's really cool. No, it was wonderful talking to you, Momina, and we look forward to what your new projects are coming in, even in the North America, even Pakistan. So we all are connected to your channel, and hopefully we'll see some new stuff from you.
There is a suggestion for Open also.
Yep, sure.
That I had, and if you would want to take that, because I think Open should have some training workshops also. Like people who are on the panel, they can have, like for example, if I talk about myself, I can take a small workshop for house, like for housewives, for mothers who have read a lot and who can write, but who do not have a platform. They cannot get out of their houses because of their responsibilities. As to how can you be a writer? So somebody might have that thing in her or him. So such kind of workshops, the realistic, the practical kind.
Right. Yeah, just hands-on and then get it.
Not the bookish stuff,
Right.
but like hands-on. What can you do?
You're absolutely right. Actually, I mean, you might not know, but I mean, I'm also somehow related to the entertainment industry. I'm a trained actor as well as a filmmaker. I don't produce much movies or films because it takes a lot of time in my expertise. But I'm more on the acting side. And once I joined Open, that's my second goal, to actually have an acting session over here. So people who really want to come in. I mean, I've learned so much self-confidence and acting in the class. And there are so many ways, creative ways of teaching somebody how to be confident rather than just
That's
asking
wonderful.
them.
And
So-
when the writers that we work with, when I meet them, it's amazing because they are from small little cities of Pakistan, and they are housewives, and there are some who can give their work for television, and there's some who are like writing in digest and all. They are making a nice amount of money out of that, and they're from such conservative families that they're not even allowed to give their writings for television, but they're writing, they are expressing themselves.
That's amazing.
So that's amazing, and we come across like so many people every day.
Wonderful. No, we'll definitely stay in touch and we'll take your projects and promote them over here as well.
Thank you so much,
Amal.
Asaf. Thank you.